What's up, guys? Welcome back or welcome to the channel. If you know, it's Sahara. So today we're going to be drawing the Proud Family Louder and Prouder. I'm going to be using my paint and marker pads and drawing pads, the 9" by 12". You can find these at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they're still available anymore, but that's where I got them. And I use this sizing because this is where I got that art presentation book from Amazon, the 9" by 12". And this is where I keep most of my recent drawings that you guys have already seen. But of course, I have plenty of other drawings, but we're just going to speed past this. For color pencils, I use Crazy Art, Rose Art, which Rose Art sucks, by the way. That quality is terrible. And I've also been using Crayola Colors of the World, and then the wax colored pencils that I bought off of Amazon. For actual drawing / sketching, I use the Ticonderoga pencils. And then of course, like I always mention, I use the iPad as the drawing reference. And then I use the Mac as my monitor so I can see what I'm doing at the same time. And I've already done a video showing how I delete the background out and add them onto one page like this. So I will link that so you guys can see how I do that to get them side by side without a background. Like I said in my previous drawing videos, anytime I make mistakes, I like to keep them in so we can see how I can improve on them. And I kept this part in because I knew that I was going to have to draw 6 people on one page. And I am not good at drawing small and trying to fit a lot on one page. So I was trying to draw small and I drew Penny way too small. So I thought I would just keep this part in so you guys can see. And then I'm going to come back with her on a bigger page. But I drew her off camera because I already kept this one in. And I was like, that's too much. Just keep all of that on camera. Yeah, I was a little annoyed that I had to draw it over because I only like drawing stuff once, and I seem to always have to draw things more than once to get it right. But anyway, I still am not going to be able to fit all 6 of them on camera. Well, not on camera, but on one paper. I'm only going to be able to do 4 of them, which of course Penny and her best friends, her OG friends, and then I'll do the newbies. And yes, I am quoting because I always use my quotations, them bunny ears, but I will put the newbies on a separate page. going to be moving on to the worst part in drawing for me personally, which is coloring, because I suck at coloring and I always try to match as close as possible. So my technique when doing so is grouping, you know, the family colors, red, greens, purples, yellows, oranges, shading them right next to each other to see which color I can get the closest to match to whatever drawing I am drawing. I definitely need to buy that 150 pack of colored pencils from Prismacolor, I think it's called. And then also this right here is the Artist Loft color pencil blenders that I had bought from Michaels, and it works really, really well. So if you're having trouble mixing, you know, colored pencils together, that really does help. I had mentioned it in that drawing that I did before. I took a quick trip to Michael's and bought some of those Faber-Castell pencils, the eraser pencils this time around, and more of the colored pencils because I wanted to match, like I said, as close as possible to their outfits. And I already had the white one, so I just wanted to show you guys the difference between how well the quality is on these Faber-Castell pencils. So you can see like the after and then the before right next to each other. So I'm just showing how much smoother it is when you layer these pencils. And they look so much better than, you know, like I said, the crazy art and the rose art. You can definitely tell the quality difference. These definitely have a smoother finish versus the other ones that will leave like those white gaps that can make it look a little bit more like crayons than actual, you know, good quality colored pencils. The next part, I'm showing the Faber-Castell eraser pencils. Now, these pencils only come 2 in the pack, and they are pretty pricey. They're $10 unless you can get a coupon, which I did use 20% off, and I think I only paid like $7.99. But these eraser pencils are so good because they allow you to get that detailed precision when it comes to erasing certain parts, so you don't feel like you have to erase everything. The only thing that I would have to say is the downside to these eraser pencils is that when you need to sharpen them, and it does sharpen, by the way, I didn't show it in the video, but when you need to sharpen them, it doesn't go back to that thin, fine point. In my Billie Eilish drawing video, I already told you guys this one technique that I picked up on, but I use a white color pencil, in this case the Faber-Castell, which like I said, that quality is excellent, so it's going to give you an even smoother finish. But something that I like to do is go over certain colors, and it'll help just smooth it out, and it'll also help to lighten it if you felt like the color was too dark. Another thing that these eraser pencils are good for, besides getting in that detailed eraser work, is also lightening certain things. So right now I'm just lightening, doing the highlights for La Ciénaga's hair, and that's also very helpful as well. going to put these finished drawings in my portfolio. My next drawing is actually going to be Disney's Encanto, Antonio from Disney's Encanto. I did a poll on my YouTube community page, and that's the next drawing that people want to see. It's not going to be my next video though, but it will be my next drawing. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video's drawing, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.